my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. This is Flosstube number 142, and I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I needed to take off almost 2 months, and yeah, I'll get into that before people show up and I start showing you what I am doing and what I've stitched on and all that good stuff. So my radiation is done. It's been done for a month now, a little over a month. It went really well. I had a little bit of burnt areas. Those healed up really good. So I had my last radiologist appointment on Tuesday. He said he does not need to see me again. Thank God. So now I'm working with an oncologist. And so, for those of you that knew, I had breast cancer, which they didn't tell me I'm cancer free. So, I'm assuming I still have it. I caught it really early. As soon as I found the lump, I made the appointments and they got the ball rolling, had the surgery, had a lumpectomy, all of that good stuff. So they did all the testings that they do after all of that on the tumor. And my breast cancer was caused from too much estrogen in my body. So now I'm on anti-hormone therapy treatment, which is a pill I take every day for 5 years. I have to take it. Otherwise, every year it increases the chance of me getting again in the other breast. So I've done really well on this. I've had a really positive attitude through the whole thing because the doctors have been. So yeah, and the radiation made me tired. So I was sleeping when I could, and sometimes, I can't sleep. I get insomnia. So most every day I was taking a nap. Then I was done with that. Well, the beginning of January, my mom had knee replacement surgery. And so my sister was taking care of all that and taking care of my parents. They put my dad in respite. The VA paid for that. And they had him for a couple weeks so my mom could heal and do what she needed to do so she wouldn't have to take care of him. And he came home, and that weekend he came home, things were not going well. I'm not going into all the detail. It was not a good place. And I ended up having to call 911 and having my dad removed from the home. He now is in a nursing home. He thinks he's coming home. He won't ever be going back home. My mom physically and mentally cannot take care of him anymore. He still thinks he's coming home. We can't argue with him. And we are having him tested for dementia. The things that he was doing that whole weekend looks like dementia. His mom had dementia, and everything that she did, he's been doing. Hi, Julie. How are you? So that I stayed with my mom from Friday nights till Tuesday afternoon for about 3 weeks. I no longer have to do that. And then my sister would go on Tuesday nights till Fridays. And she's not doing that anymore. My sister does take her to her PT, and my mom is doing really, really well. She's been doing everything for the PT, and Scott and I go over on Wednesdays when he gets out of work, and we do her laundry and whatever she can't do because she still can't really do the stairs, and her laundry room is 2 steps down. So I do her laundry when I'm there and vacuuming and whatever else she needs, and Scott will take care of like garbage and recyclables. My sister goes over on Fridays, and Dylan will go over on Mondays and put her garbage bin out and whatever else she needs. So That's why I did not start up this channel again in February, because I've been spending most of my time there. And I did get a lot of stitching in while there. So I didn't want to take up all the time of this explaining where I've been, but things are looking up. Starting Tuesday morning, I will start back up my What's Going On Today videos. I'm taking Mondays off. Mondays is my day off from videos. These will be live every Sunday for Flosstube. And if I can't, I will let you guys know. But as of right now, that is how it's going. Okay, stitching. I do have a little bit of change of plans. So you guys know I'm doing the HAED Stitch Along. And yes, I'm going to show you everything. I'm just going to do a little bit explaining at the beginning of this. The HAED Stitch Along. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing really good. The HAED Stitch Along, we have to finish it by the end of the year. I was thinking in the back of my mind, I had to finish it to get all the other ones free. Oh, okay, Daisy, I had a feeling it was you. Yeah, I had a feeling it was you. I decided I don't need to really finish it. We only need to finish 6 full pages to get the rest of the charts. So that is my goal, is to finish it. And I am doing the Draconis Lepus Leo by Raven Phelan. So it looks like that. Because you know me, I like my mythical creatures, anything with wings. I do want the owl with the bird. I want that one, and the dragonflies and fairy tales. So those are the other 3 that I really would like. Will I get to them? Who knows? Who knows? But collecting patterns is a whole different hobby. So I will show you what I've gotten done on this. I have like 3 different piles sitting here. And yes, I'm in the family room. This is Lucy. I call her Lucy Lou. Scott calls her Lulu. She has what we call a resting bitch face. She is also the bully in the house. Okay, I'm trying to find Pipsqueek. Where are you? There it is. So the nickname for this is Pipsqueek. I am at 15.87%. I have finished the first page. I'm working on the second page, and then I'm going over and I'll work on the third page, and then I will come down. So there is, I forgot how many pages across. There's 6 pages across, but the full, it's over there. The full coverage pages are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't know. I have them written down. But that's what I have done. My grime guard was made from Danielle. So yeah, 15.87%. I work on this on Sundays and Mondays. And I try to get in at least 250 stitches. Who else is all in here? So we have Julie, we have Daisy, we have Rochelle, and Teresa P. Yes, she is a great co-host. She's also my little snuggler. So this is something that I don't need to finish by the end of the year. So if I don't finish it, it will get added on to next year. But right now I'm just enjoying stitching on it. The second stitch-along is a mystery stitch-along, so I can't show you what it's going to look like because I have no clue. And it is Foxy Christmas Stitch-along by the Cross Stitch Studio. Everything is in the description below. So this is all we know. You can still sign up for this. It's on their website and their Facebook group, and then there's a Facebook group just for the stitch along. So the 1st and the 15th of every month we get a page. And this runs from January 1st of this year till June 1st of next year. And you don't have to finish it. You don't get any other charts. This was the only one. And okay, so I didn't tell you guys that. This is done on 28 count Monaco 2/1 tent stitch. This is also on a piece of 28 count Monaco 2/1 tent stitch. Can you guys see that okay? I'm going to have to find a better way of lighting. I think I need something behind the laptop shining towards me. And I'm on page 3. And we have 4 pages, and today we would have the 5th page, and I didn't go pick it up yet because I forgot. So I got to go pick that up. So when it goes into Pattern Keeper, you only get 1 page at a time, and they didn't do it like HAED did. When HAED used to release parts, they would add it on to what we already had. This company doesn't do that. You only get 1 page. And then you delete it from Pattern Keeper and you put up the 2nd page and so on and so forth. So I can't tell you what percentage that I'm at because I don't know. Hi, Danielle. How are you? So this, I'm enjoying watching all the colors come to life. And again, I don't have to have this finished by June of next year, but it is one of my focus pieces. And then my 3rd focus piece, which is going to take me a few years to do, is Dumbledore's Library by the Cross Stitch Studio. And so it looks like that. It's my biggest piece. It is 800 by 800. Hi, Deborah. And I am doing this on a piece of 28 count Lugana. And I have finished 2 pages. 1, 2, yeah. I'm almost done with the 3rd page. And I did have to move my nudge over. And I am at 1.69%. I'm doing this as a stitch along with Julie, who is Yorkshire crafter. So I do it in pages going across, and Julie, I think, comes down. But it's coming alive. It's coming alive. We got like chandeliers hanging. So this one's going to take a few years, and this will be going to Justin as a Christmas gift once it's finished. I did give him that chromatic dragon for Christmas. It is not framed yet. I have not had a chance to get to Hobby Lobby. All of my appointments I have had have been in a different town. So I haven't had a chance to get over to Hobby Lobby. I have so much going on and keeping myself busy. Okay, another one that I am working on. Okay, so that HAED Stitch Along I work on Sundays and Mondays. Tuesdays and Wednesdays is Foxy Christmas. And then Thursdays is Winery Gnome by Soda Stitches. Let's see, I'll take it out of this bag. Oh, and my Harry Potter bag. This was made by up there it says WIPGO group. That's Daisy. So she has a Facebook group and she shows her project bags and she knew I needed a big one for this. So she made that for me. So Winery Gnome by Soda Stitches. This will be a gift for my sister once it's done. I am at 48.79%. So I did move the Nerge. So this is the glass, but the middle gnome is done and all of the top row is done. So I think all of the top row. No, not all of it. Most of it is. I still have like another bunch of grapes to put over here. So I'm working on the first gnome. And this is on a piece of 28 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus, 2/2. Hi, Nikki. How are you? So this gets worked on Thursdays. So every other Saturday, me and the cronies stitch on snow. Some of them are still on Rosie. If you remember, I finished Rosie and now I'm on Snowy, which we say is Rosie's boyfriend. So I'm on Snowy. It's quick stitch, long-tailed Snowy. The artist is Annie Rodrigue. It is a HAED. And I am at 57.87%. It's on a piece of 25 count gridded Lugana. I am doing it 1/1 full cross. So I just stitch on him every other Saturday night. Oh, thank you, Daisy. All of yours are smalls. I've done that. I've had years like that, but the past couple years I am really into full coverage. And I have about a dozen more that I really want to start and I'm telling myself, nope. I have to finish one before I start another one. I just can't. If I was 20 something years old, I probably would go for it. And I am going to be going through my piles of WIPs because there is a couple I don't want to finish them. I don't. And I do have one full coverage that I was doing with Kaya called Magic Book. I decided I don't want to do that on anymore. I don't. So I'm going to cut a little bit of the fabric and I will start a different project on it. I just, your tastes change and you get more and more patterns coming in that calls your name more than others. And I love Kaya and I would love to finish it with her, but it's not it's not calling me anymore. Okay, Halloween Dragon. This one is by Pink Lily Designs. Have my project bag. This one was made from Deanne. My other project bag was from Deanne, along with the grime guard. The grime guard was made from Danielle, but this was Deanne. And Halloween Dragon. And I am at 7.22%. There is no background, so you don't have to stitch the background. No, I haven't heard Kaya talk about it either. She probably won't care. So that's what I have on Halloween Dragon. So like I said, it's at 7.22%. I stitch on this the 13th and the last day of every month. So it got stitched on yesterday. So yeah. Then you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I will tell you what I'm doing for challenges. HAED Ornament. Where are you? There you are. This is HAED Ornament Enchanted Snowman by Donna Gelsinger. So that's what it looks like. So it's stitched as a circle. And this I started out 1/1 full cross and I did a little section of that and then I switched it to 2/1 10th stitch. Let me put something behind it. And I am at 17.79%. I loved how the lantern started coming out. I just love this. You have what? The snowman ornament? Okay, now, and I work on this the 25th of each month. And this bag is really, really old. Um, I don't even remember. I don't remember the name. They still make project bags. They're on Etsy now, but when I bought these, Etsy wasn't around and I bought them at retreats, but I have quite a few of their project bags. Another one I'm working on the third Sunday of every month. Nope, that ain't it. Here's my project bag. And this is a lawn dog. I am doing Quinto Acuto. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it. So it will look like this when it's done. It's a monochromatic. And I am in this section here. So I've done all of that across. I bought this as a paper pattern and did it as a paper pattern for a couple years now. And then a couple weeks ago, I bought the PDF. Now, before you guys go frogging and fixing things, when you put the PDF in Pattern Keeper, you have to lie. Because I put it in and it didn't look right with my paper pattern and what I stitched. So I frogged. Well, it shows for those of you that use Pattern Keeper, it showed 5 rows in the gray shaded area. So I put in 5 because that's what you're supposed to do. I had to lie and say 4 because it messed up my pattern in Pattern Keeper. Anyways, so I'm not taking this off the Q snap, but I had frog everything that I did and then found out that it was right. I frogged a lot, you guys. I frogged a lot. It was pattern, it was the way it went into Pattern Keeper that was wrong. So now I have to go back in and stitch everything that I had stitched in this area. Yeah. So from now on, when you put something in Pattern Keeper, make sure you double check everything. Because I frogged it and now I got to stitch it again. And this is a piece of 28 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus. And I'm doing this 2/2. This is my favorite fabric. I want more. I want more of this fabric. And I'm on page 11 and there's 20 pages. So I'm not doing too bad. Okay, so that, and like I said, I stitch on this the 3rd Sunday of every month. Now I just had, where'd it go? No. And now on the last Friday of every month, now the Stitching Cronies are working on it, I think, different than I am, but they wanted me to bring it back out every month. So I am stitching on it the last Friday of every month. And I can't tell you my percentage because it is a paper pattern. And it's Nora, Corbett, Minerva. You see that? It is gorgeous. I love this piece. I like Nora Corbett anyways. And I already have the beach pack for it. And the fabric is a piece of 28 count Lugana by Fabrics by Stephanie. And the color is chocolate milk. And yes, I don't say milk, right? And I already know that. So all the black is done. And I did start on that really dark blue, but you really can't see it. And I triple count everything when I stitch when I stitch all the color of one color. But I did find out that I had stitched a small area wrong. I was off a row. I forgot where it was. I didn't have to take much apart, maybe 10 to 20 stitches, but I fixed it. So this will get worked on the last Friday of every month, because that's when I could fit it in. I know. Another project bag are the gnomes. I love this. And I can't remember all the project bags that I got from Daisy because when she first started making them, she didn't put a label on them. But I think this is from her. Okay, so that's my every month project. So let me put them back. And then I will pull out. You guys are going to love this. My stitching challenges. Yes, I am doing stitching challenges. I started it this past week to see how I would do. I absolutely loved it. So we will talk about that. So let me get these put away. And I'm going to move. I have what it's like one of those scrapbook bags on wheels, like a suitcase type thing. And I use it for my monthly projects, weekly projects, which I just showed you. See, that's what I thought too, Dean, but I did okay on that. I was triple counting everything. I don't usually do that. We'll see how bad I messed up when I keep going. I normally cannot do that. Okay, so I'm going to move. I'm going to roll this away, and I have another smaller one. And then I will tell you about the challenges. So we're going for a ride just a little bit. Okay. Now I have my other one. So, I am a big fan and watch Becky's Madness for Crafting and a few other floss tubers, including Julie, that they're always talking about temperature stitching, floss tube frenzy. Becky was doing NFL. I'm like, I want to do this. So, and WIPGO. So I started WIPGO again this year. And pretty much everything I'm doing is full coverage. I do have a couple pieces that aren't because I need to get some finishes in, and you can't get finishes in with all of this full coverages. So I'll tell you WIPGO first. WIPGO does have all full coverages. I have each piece on twice. One of them I did change. I already took it off, but I already stitched it in January. So when that number gets, or February. So when I changed the other one to the other number of it. So you get 25 squares on the WIPGO board. Number 13 is blank, or you can put something in it. Mine's blank. So I have a project in twice. Each project is in there twice. So January, I stitched on, okay, now I have to remember what part has a WIPGO. And it has WIPGO. This does. Okay, so in January, my two numbers that were picked was Rapunzel and Snow White. Okay, so Rapunzel, I don't know the percentage because this is a paper pattern. It's the only thing that I have going on that I did not save the PDF. It's like the first stitch along I ever did. Heaven and Earth Designs used to have a community bulletin board. There were forums, and so this is Stitch Along Rapunzel by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and I don't remember what year it was, but you would get like there's 4 chart pages. So the first chart you got in June, then August, then October, then December of all of that year. So this is what it will look like. So I'm working from the paper. And I am on page 2. This is a piece of, I think, 25 count. It's an even weave. That's what I have done. This here is a freaking pain in the ass. There is so much confetti. And then I have some more again of it down here. But I started this years ago. And so I put it on my WIPGO board. So that's Rapunzel. Okay, so that was January. Then the second piece, the second WIPGO number was Snow White. It's called Snippet Princess by Sunflower Stitches. I love this piece. And and this is 1/1 full cross. This is on a piece of 25 count Lugana. I did start it just a little bit of 1/1 full cross, but I switched it to 2/1 tent stitch. And I am at 5.54%. So then the WIPGO numbers for February, where did I put? Oh, another project bag that Deanne made. It's purple. It's showing blue on my screen, but in real life, it is purple. I don't know what it's showing up for you. This is Fred and Albert. It's Quick Stitch. Fred and Albert by Annie Rodrigue. So this is Snowy's creepy cousin. We all have a story in our group. And I am stitching this on a piece of 25 count Lugana. I started it 1/1 full cross, and then I switched it to 2/1 tent stitch. These are for me, so even if you notice it, I'm not going to care because it's for me. It's not a gift. I'm not making it for anybody. It's just for me, but that's what I have. Let's see if I can do that. So, yeah, I enjoy that. Okay. And also for February, this is the piece I took off the WIPGO board after I did that because it's on another challenge. But I stitched on Rainbow over a Springtime Village. Did I tell you Fred and Albert? Fred and Albert's at 22.12%. This is Rainbow over a Springtime Village. I have all 4 seasons. I absolutely love these pieces, but they're big. They're 500 by 500. So I'm up in this little section here. And I am at 6.77%. And another one of the old bags. And So I did start out 1/1 full cross, and now I'm at 2/1 10th stitch. So the first page is done 1/1 full cross. So you can tell when you're up close. When you're up close to it, you can tell. But yeah, this rainbow has been coming to life. I've enjoyed this so much. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about my challenges, and I have stitched on some already. And I will show you what the WIPGO ones are for March. So for temperature stitching, I have 5 pieces. I'm not doing a temperature stitching on a temperature chart like some do. I'm just getting some of this stuff put away. And I forgot where that was. I have everything all organized. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this first. So these are all the charts besides what I already showed you that's on the WIPGO. So for March, I have brown-tailed sunshine. Well, yeah, what's it called? Yeah, quick stitch brown-tailed sunshine. And this is another one of like Snowy's cousins. And I am stitching this on a piece of 25 count Lugana. And I will be doing 2/1 tenth. Right now it's 1/1 full, but I'll be switching. And I'm at 5.91%. So he gets stitched on for 2 weeks, maybe not every day, but a few days he'll get stitched on. I do not have a certain amount of stitches on my WIPGO board. It's just whatever I can stitch in 2 weeks' time. Then the second piece was a stitch along from 2013 from HAED when they used to have their community bulletin board. And it is Literate Dragon by Randall Spangler. And I have stitched this on a piece of 25 count even weave. And this is 1/1 full cross. And yes, I'm going to continue doing it that way because I have this much done. And I'm at 40.12%. So yeah, that's how much I have done. So he's on my WIPGO board, so that he'll get another 2 weeks of stitching this month. Okay, now the other ones on my WIPGO board, I'm not going to tell you the percentage. I'm just going to show it to you because I don't have the percentage written down. But I have Snippet Beauty and the Beast by Sunflower Stitches. That's Snippet Beauty and the Beast. And this is 1/1 full cross. So I will continue doing 1/1 full cross. Yes, I love Randall Spangler's dragons. So that's on the WIPGO board. twice. Another one on the WIPGO board is Faces of Fairy 66 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Love this piece. And this is on a piece of 25 count even weave. I have that much done. And this is 1/1 full cross. And these will probably stay on the WIPGO board for next year. I'm just, I'm focusing on some more than others of my full coverages. This is on the WIPGO board, and I thought about taking it off and adding another Flosstube Frenzy because I do have one person on that doesn't do weekly videos, but this is Sarah's Diner by Stitches So Beautiful. And the artwork's by Catherine Holman. And this is on, I don't know. It's either 25 count or 28 count gridded Lugana. And I have that much done. I was doing 1/1 full cross, and I will probably switch it to 2/1 tent stitch. Because I want to get some of these done. Oh, so cool. So Daisy said her whipboard consists of ornaments, Halloween, Christmas, and patriotic. Woohoo! Yeah, so that's all that's done on that. So I'm switching it to tent stitch because again, it's for me. Okay, another piece on the WIPGO board is Woodland Glow by Cross Stitch for Everyone. I love foxes. So gnomes, dragons, and foxes. Yes. Love the fox. And this one is on a piece of, I don't know. Do I have it? Oh, 25 count Lugana. And I started this doing tent stitch. So it's 2/1 tent stitch. And there is like 4 different colors in this. You just can't tell. Even up close, it's really hard to tell. So, and this one is 364 wide by 329 high. I know I haven't been telling you the sizes. Oh, really, Daisy? See, I'm trying not to buy anymore, but I do want a Fox project bag. So I will have to pay attention when you do one because I do want a Fox project bag because I have another Fox here. I have a couple of them. Hey, another Fox. This is Bordered Woodland Fox 2 Portrait by Sunflower Stitches. Sunflower Stitches and Stitches So Beautiful are like my favorite companies right now. So this is this one. I know I like them better than HAED. My stitch is so beautiful. You won't believe some of the patterns I have from them that I really want to start. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, so there's that. And this is being stitched on either 25 or 28 count Lugana. And I am doing 2/1 tent stitch. That's all I have done on it. And there's a lot of colors in that already. You just can't really see them. But I have a mouse that I want to start and a couple other critters that are on the same order as this. They're just gorgeous. So yeah, sunflower stitches. Go check them out. If you don't own anything from them, you will want to. Okay, this is a HAED Quick Stitch Red Maple Fairy. So she looks like that. Okay, and this is a piece of 28 count Monaco and 2/1 tent stitch. I did do this 1/1 full cross, but I will be switching to tent stitch. Do you prefer? Well, I used to like 1/1 full cross. But I want to get some of these done, so I've switched to as many of them as I could to tent stitch because they go quicker. So that's all I have done on that. So that is everything on my WIPGO board. Now, onto my temp stitching. So temperature stitching, I write out for the week 0 through 9. And I write in each number what they are. So Puck's Closet Spring is on for 0 and 5. Puck's Closet Summer is 1 and 6. Puck's Closet Autumn is 2 and 7. Puck's Closet Winter is 3 and 8. And then my HAED Chessie is number 4 and number 9. So, like when I'm done here, I will look at my temperatures for the whole week. I will write down Monday through next Sunday because my calendar is a dashboard and it starts on a Monday. So Monday through Sunday. It doesn't matter if if they change the temperatures throughout the week. I stick with what's showing now. I write them down. I already know what I will be stitching on. And then I usually focus on them on Monday. And then what I don't get done, I do on Tuesday. So these are, I already showed you the spring one. That's the one with the rainbow. So that's on here. And each one gets 100 stitches. So if it gets picked 3 times for the week, there's 300 stitches. This one here is Storm over a Summer Village. So that's the summer one. And Puck's Closet has some awesome patterns. And I believe I did start this. And this is on 25 count Lugana. Did I start this? Oh, I did start it. I need my glasses. I did start it 1/1 full cross, and then I switched it to 2/1 tent stitch. So since there wasn't much stitched on it, you can't tell. So yeah, that's one of the other because I want to get these 4 seasons done. I really, really like them. So that's on the temperature board. The other one, I already showed you springtime, so this is summer. The other one is the Autumn Village, which this was the first one I started because I love autumn. And so this is sunrise over in Autumn Village. And these, all 4 of them are 500 by 500. And this one, I don't remember if it's 25 count or 28. It's probably 25. And I did start 2/1 full cross, but I didn't get much of it done. And then I switched it to 1/1 full cross, and then I switched it to 2/1 tent. So that's all I have done on it. But I can't wait to get back into this one. It's my favorite season is autumn and then winter. So that's a temperature piece. And project bag. I believe this one project bag was from, I can't remember her name. She used to go to the retreats. I can't remember her name. And another one for temperature stitching is my HAED Chessie. Hey, I love him. He is 1/1 full cross, and I won't be switching to tent because I have a lot done on him. So I will not be switching to tent stitch. Look at the eyes. I started him because Stitchman Darcy was stitching on him. Since then, he has finished Chessie. But I had to have, as soon as I saw him stitch, in fact, it was Danielle's fault. Danielle's like, you need to watch Stitchman Darcy get to this point on his video because it screams you. Yep. Yep. Had to have it. So I believe this is 25 count Lugana because that's pretty much all I started for my full coverages. And then the last piece for temperature stitching is Moonrise over a Winter Village. So there's that. And these are all by Puck's Closet again. This is 25 count Lugana. And this is 2/1 tent stitch. So that's all I have done on it. So, like I said, I didn't start the temperature stitching until this past week. I enjoyed it. And I will when I get done showing all of these. I know, right? Of course it's Danielle's fault. It is Danielle's fault. you get this hyper back in right? What happened here? There. So, like week, next Sunday, I will only be showing what I actually stitched on for the week. Instead of showing all of this, everything I showed today, I will just show you. Danielle, not me. Yes, you. Okay, so that's all the temperature stitch pieces. And I've got this bag. They had purple, but you know what? I have so much purple stuff that I wanted something different. And I love animal print. So have that. So my temperature pieces go in this bag. And let's put these back in and set that aside. Okay, now for Flosstube Frenzy. I had more picked out because Becky's Madness for Crafting, she does Flosstube Frenzy. And there's a few others that do, and I'm like, okay, I want to do this. So you do 200 stitches for each floss tube that they put up. If they do a floss tube extra during the week, that gets another 100 stitches, which I got to do today for someone because they just put up a floss tube extra today. So I had more than 5 chosen, and I was told that might be too much, but I might have to add maybe 2 more on that only do videos every once in a while. Anyways, so for Becky's Madness for Crafting, I will stitch on Halloween Quaker. And she did put up a floss tube on Monday or Tuesday. And for Becky, I do Halloween Quaker. Now I got to find where I put those. Right here. So for another project bag made from Deanne. So this is Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. So every time Becky puts up a floss tube, I do 200 stitches on it. Can you see it without the glare? There we go. And I did this. I forgot what the fabric is. I have a lot done on it. So I'm working in this area and I am at 50.04%. And I've decided that with hers, I think this is the only Lila studio I have going. And then I'm going to, once this is done, I will switch it to Owl Forest Embroidery. I know fabric is Dawn. Okay, Danielle, so the fabric is Dawn. So when I'm done with this, I will pull out probably Turtle Quaker will be next. But I got to finish this first. Oh, Deanne says it's dusk and Danielle says it's dawn. I don't remember. I don't have it written down here. I'm getting ready to start putting index cards in, but I didn't write what the fabric was because I got to do that yet. Okay, so that got stitched on this past week, because she put up a floss tube. Then the next one was Katie, Jeremiah's mom, and her videos go up on Mondays. And I chose Blackberry Dragon by Paine Free Crafts because she is also working on this. So, and you know, it's a dragon. Gotta finish, gotta stitch on the dragons. So that's Blackberry Dragon. And I am at 1.24%. And it is on a piece of 28 count linen, 2/1 tent stitch. So I have that much done. There is a few colors, they're just kind of hard to see them all. So whenever Katie puts a Flosstube video up, it gets 200 stitches. And because I don't work outside the home, I have lots of stitchy time and I go to bed late. So I have not had any troubles getting in my stitches. And if I do, oh well. There's always the next week. See, I need another dragon bag. What's the next one? Where'd I put that? Oh. The next one is Yorkshire Crafter, which is Julie. And I decided to work on Tiny Modernist for her. And I'm working on the Stitch Witch. So this is the Stitch Witch. And only when she does Flosstube videos. If she puts up other videos, then that doesn't count. But the Flosstubes do. And I'm at 20.38%. This is a piece of 28 count Monaco, and this is 2/2. So yeah. I was doing this as a paper pattern when I started it, and now it's on Pattern Keeper. The next one is Stitching by the Shore, which is Laura. And she puts her videos up on Fridays. And today she has a Flosstube extra. So now I have to pull it back out and put in 100 stitches today. And that is Red Fox by Stitches So Beautiful. And the artist is Dutch Lady Mystic Art. So that's what it will look like when it's done. And I chose this one for Laura because we are sometimes in the same Zoom on Monday nights. And this was Anything by Stitches So Beautiful was a stitch along that they started 2 years ago on one of the holidays, I think Labor Day weekend. So I do this when I watch. This counts when Stitching by the Shore puts a new one up. There is quite a few colors in there. It's just hard to see. And this is a piece of 28 count Monaco. And I am doing tent stitch. I did start out a small section full stitch, full cross, but now it's 2/1 tent. Like I said, I like my foxes right up there with the dragons and the gnomes. And Halloween. Don't count out Halloween because that's like my favorite holiday. Okay, and then the other one, when she puts up videos, is Addie's Cross and Quilts. And I chose Quick Stitch Lavender Roses. Because it's a small. Look at that. Oh my God, those eyes. It's those eyes. Look at that. Oh, it's so freaking cute. And I'm doing this on a piece, 28 count Monaco. And I did start it 1/1 full cross, and I switched it to 2/1/10. So yeah. Yep. Love it. She did not put up a video last week, so this did not get stitched on. Okay, so that was it for Flosstube Frenzy. So like I said, I may add a couple more in of like the floss tubers that don't do many videos. They might do them like every other week or once a month. I don't know. But then again, I might not because I need to just focus on those. Now, I decided to do sports. This was also Becky, she did NFL. So I'm going to do NFL and banana ball because you guys, I am so hooked on banana ball. I'm addicted to it. It's funny. It's not boring. It's baseball. They have different rules. I had to look up one of the rules yesterday because I'm like, they had three people on bases, and that guy got a home run. How come they didn't get four? So I had to look it up, and they explained how they score in banana ball, and it's way different than regular baseball. So I have my favorite team. So every time they play, I have to put in 100 stitches for each point. And if they win, they get 100 stitches. And then whoever they play against, I have a project, and they get 100 stitches per point. And if they win, they get the other 100 extra. So whoever wins gets 100 extra stitches. Anyways, my favorite team for Banana Ball is the Party Animals. I bought a t-shirt. They had them on Amazon. You can have it personalized, whatever. If you buy it from Banana Ball merchandise, the same t-shirt I paid for $24 on Amazon. I have my last name on the back of it, and it says Party Animals because you didn't have to have it say anything, but it had the Party Animal logo on the back. So I had it say Party Animals in the front, and it's got my last name on the back of it, and I wear it when they play. It goes for $85 on the Banana Ball merchandise. It looks like the same exact shirt. And it came out really nice. It fits me really nice. So I wore it Friday night. So when Party Animals play, I stitch on Autumn Cat Magic. This is a HAED by Melissa Dawn. I've owned this for many, many years. I bought it. I always used to buy them as paper charts. And now I've been going, when I start something, I wait till they have a 50% off, and then I purchase the PDF. So I now have this as a PDF also. It's Autumn Cat Magic because autumn and Halloween is my jam. So when Party Animals play, I stitch on that, and they get 100 stitches per point. So they played Friday and they lost. They only had 2 points. So it got 200 stitches. and they play every week. I did, this is 25 count Lugana. I did start at 1/1 full cross. I switched it to 2/1 tent stitch, and you can't tell. But the colors in this already, I'm loving it. So yeah, so they played Friday night. So yesterday I pulled it out and I put in 200 stitches. I am at 1.10%. So they play once a week. So that's not bad. And then the team, whatever team they play against, gets 100 stitches per point. And so my pattern for that is Drive Through Dragon. It's a HAED by Dragon Muse, which is one of my new favorite artists on HAED. Is Dragon Muse. There's Drive Through Dragon. So it's dragon. It's like fall colors, and he's purple. Hey, love it. And I am stitching this on a piece of 28 count Monaco 2/1 tent stitch. And that's what I have done. I still, and they played against, who'd they play against? The Indianapolis Clowns. It's a new team. And they got 4 points. So that was 400 stitches plus they won. So they got an extra 100. So they got 500 stitches. I am still working on this afternoon. I needed to put another 188 in on it today. And so I'm putting in 200, and I've already stitched like 100 of it already. So that's my weekend pieces. And I keep track. So if I only put in a couple hundred, then I pick it up another day and put in more stitches, which is fine. So then I decided also, let's do NFL starting in the fall. So my team is Buffalo Bills. So I went on Buffalo Bills merchandise, and they had a shirt on clearance for $24. It's got ties up the side. I didn't look at the measurements. I should. I ordered a women's extra, extra large. It's the size of a medium, you guys. So it's roomy, it's stretchy. So it's okay for me to wear, but it turns it into a half shirt because it's like the size of a medium. So I'll wear it in my house when I'm watching the Bills, but I ain't wearing it out in public. No way. So for the Buffalo Bills, and their scoring is a little bit different because they can have a score of 34. That would be 3,400 stitches. Nope. So I do 10 stitches per point, and whoever wins gets an extra 100 stitches. So when the Buffalo Bills play, I am stitching on HAED Purple by Dragon Muse. I absolutely love this piece. And I'm stitching it on, is it 25 count Lugana. And this is 2/1 tent stitch. So that's all I have done on it. So when the Buffalo Bills start back up in the fall, this will be pulled out. So yeah, I will have a lot of sports going on in the fall because Party Animals, the Banana Ball ends the end of October for the regular season. And then you have semifinals and finals, and I think they have quarterfinals. So anytime that they play during that, also again with the Buffalo Bills, if they make it to the playoffs and all that, they get extra they'll get more stitching put in. And if they make it to the Super Bowl, and I may pick, if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, I may use this piece. I usually root for the underdog. If it's a team I don't care for, I root for the underdog. So I may use these two pieces for the Super Bowl, no matter who's playing. So whoever plays against the Buffalo Bills, I am doing HAED Coral and Rose by Dragon Muse. Again, there is a whole bunch of these charts with girls and old ladies with the dragons. I want them all. I love them. And I love the color. And this is on a piece of 25 count Lugana. And I'm doing 2 over 1/10. And that's all it's on it so far. So this fall, it will be getting pulled out. So again, I'm doing 10 stitches per point because football can have high scores. And then the winner gets an extra 100 points. So that is my crazy plans for this year for challenges. So I can get more stitching in. So today I still got to put in like another 100 stitches on this. And then I got to stitch on. I don't have to do it today, but I have to put an extra 100 stitches on that red fox because I see that Stitching by the Shore put up a floss tube extra. Where does this go? This next here. Okay, so that's all the stitching that's been going on. That are my plans. So right now we are going to look at the temperatures, and I can let you know. Where'd I put my pen? It's over there. Hold on. I might have another one right here. Yep. Okay, so temperatures for this week. And I go by weather bug. I do have another. I have what's the other one on here? AccuWeather, but I like WeatherBug better. So 10-day WeatherBug. So tomorrow is a high of 30. Tuesday is 44. Wednesday is 48. Thursday, what? I'm on my wow. Thursday's 50. Friday's 58. Saturday is 65. And Sunday is 58. Are you serious? And it shows today chance of snow, which it has been. Today's a high of 26. Sunny tomorrow, and then the rest of the week is rain all week long. So what you do is you go by the last number of the temperature. I know, a heat wave, right? And then you know it's going to drop again. So like tomorrow is a high of 30, so you use the 0. So I go in and I say, okay, what's 0? That is Puck's Closet, the springtime village. The 4 for Tuesday is Chessie. The 8 on Wednesday is winter. The 0 on Thursday again is spring. The 8 is winter again. Saturday is 65, which is spring. And Sunday is 58, which is winter. So spring is getting stitched on 3 times. So there's 300 stitches on spring. Chessie is once, so that gets 100 stitches. Winter is on there 3 times, so that's 300 stitches. So there's 700 stitches. So 300 on the springtime village, 100 on Chessie, and 300 on the winter village. So that's for the temperatures. So that's how you do the temperature one. So that's done. So we know that. What were these? These are my WIPGO pieces for the month. And I think that's all I had to share with you guys. Now, for those of you that know I read a lot, I have been listening to books. I've had to change some of my TBR. So I have I have a wheel app. I have 2 wheels made. One is for physical TBR and one has other TBRs. So for January, my physical TBR was to finish the series of Anita Blake Vampire Hunter by Laurel K. Hamilton. I had to quit that series. Now, you know me, I like the smutty books, dark romance, none of that bothers me. But they got to have a storyline. They got to have a storyline. These Anita Blakes, they changed. They got to be where it was just sex constantly throughout the books with her and several different men, which that didn't bother me either. But the storylines disappeared. And the reason for all of this sex was like, no, I want storyline. The beginning of this series was so good and it had such potential for this series. I said, I'm done. I read 3 of them, and I read the first few, and then I started reading more and more, and the storyline started disappearing. And no, did not hold my interest anymore. I'm like, okay, because I have a stack of the Anita Blake series. They're out of here. Because, I've got 3 bookcases side by side. They're from floor almost to the ceiling, not quite. I want to put my cross stitch bins in those bookshelves. I do keep some of my books. My favorite series in that I do keep. And my planners, when I'm done with them at the end of the year, they go on the bookshelf. I'm not finishing that Anita Blake series. I'm done. Nope. I have too many other books I want to read. So February, it's like Iris Johansson. Okay, so I pulled her books. Some of them I owned. I don't own them all. I only own a couple. And it's the Eve Duncan series. I love the Eve Duncan series. And I have read a couple of the newer ones. So I've been getting them from the library as audio books. You can also get the Kindle books and do text to speech. All of a sudden now the library is not carrying them. Maybe the brand new ones, but not any more of the older ones. Well, I'm not purchasing books this year. Nope, not doing it. Just like I haven't been purchasing cross stitch charts or fabric. It's kind of been a no buy. As far as my planners, sometimes I'll buy a sticker book, but I'm trying not to do that either. I'm trying to use up everything I have in this house. I'm trying to minimize what I have and finish things. So I'm not buying any books. I also don't read the physical book because I listen to them when I'm cross stitching. I don't have time to sit and read. I want to listen to them. So I'm done with the Eve Duncan series, which is sad. I have 4 or 5 library cards. None of them have them. I even went to Hoopla. They didn't have them. So I'm done. I'm not using my Audible credits for them because there's too many in the series. So right now I'm going through my list of Kindle Unlimited that's already in my Kindle Unlimited. And then once I listen to that, because I'll do text to speech. Some of them I can get through the library as an audio book, but otherwise I do text to speech. And if they're like $1.99, if you have it on Kindle, and sometimes you can add it as an audio for $1.99, I'll do that, but I try not to. So I do have my TBR for March, which is quite a few of my Kindle Unlimited. When I get through the list that I have written down, I will spin my physical TBR wheel to see where it lands. Like I have 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. I think I have 10 slices on my wheel. So when it lands, like it'll say top shelf, I go up on the top shelf of my bookcase, which has probably 50 books, and I only pulled 10. So I only do 10 physical books at a time. And if they're part of the series, that gets added on. So that's how I've been doing my reading. So I've got my stitching and my reading, and I really want to get back into coloring and diamond painting, like on Wednesday afternoons during my Zooms. My Zooms come back tomorrow. So tomorrow is Craft and Clean Zoom. It can start at 10 a.m. in the morning. If I'm not there, you guys can open it and I'll be in. And that closes at 4 p.m. And this is Eastern Standard Time. So 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays, is Craft and Clean. We clean something like every hour on the half hour. So at 10:30, I usually start at 11:30. So 11:30, like say I need to do dishes, I'll get up and do the dishes. Somebody will get up and do something. And you can have anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, whatever you need and whatever you want to do. Then we stitch again to the next time, which will be 12:30. I usually have laundry still to fold, and I'll fold one basket of laundry, come back in and stitch until 1:30. 1:30's whatever, whatever you add, whatever's on your list for the day. I do that every day anyways, but this Zoom is open just on Mondays. Wednesdays is Crafty Wednesday Zoom. That starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 5 p.m. Right now, though, it's only going to be open till 4 p.m. because Wednesdays right now, I'm going to my mom's to help out, whatever she needs. Scott usually will like take garbage out for her. He'll take care of her cardboard, whatever recyclables she has, he puts in the recyclable bin, and I do her laundry. So we're usually there for 2 hours. So as soon as he gets home from work, we leave. So just for probably maybe the rest of March, it might not even be that long. Once she can go down her 2 steps, she'll be able to do her laundry again. But for right now, and when she starts doing that, she wants us to be there with her when she starts using the steps. Otherwise, she doesn't really have any because she's using my dad's ramp, his wheelchair ramp, when she goes in and out of the house. We all use that ramp now. She used to have us all go in the back door, but now we're in the front door. So right now we're just helping her out. My dad is in the nursing home. I have not gone to visit him yet. I've only spoken to him once since the episode that happened. And I'm not getting into that and what happened. It was scary. Um, I'm not close to my dad anyways. And it was just a hard situation. So, and he thinks he's coming home and he gets belligerent. So I haven't gone yet. My mom and my sister went the other day. I don't know how it went. Yeah, they went Thursday. So I'll find out this week how it went. I didn't ask. I'll find out. Usually Missy will tell me if it was something bad. So that's it for today. Like I said, my morning videos will be back on Tuesday. Mondays are my day off from the channel. I am no longer monetizing my videos. When I first monetized my videos, I was making like $600 a year from YouTube. Now I'm $100 a year. It's not worth it putting on the monetization. I don't know if YouTube's making more money off of us than they used to, or if it's the amount of views and people skip the ads, which I get because I do it too. I don't know what it is, but things changed and I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. So they won't be monetized. So if they put up videos, or ads, if there's ads in my videos, for those of you that don't have YouTube Premium, please let me know if there's ads. If they're going to keep putting the ads on, then I'll monetize it again. But other than that, there shouldn't be any ads on it. Yeah. So next week won't be as long of a video. I won't be showing every single project, only what I worked on. So, yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, I think I'm going to change up a little bit of Flosstube Frenzy. I'm thinking I might add Jen, the caffeinated crafter, because she does put up a video every week. Addie she didn't put one up this past week. So her and Jennifer's World of Stitches, I might add Kitty Heaven onto her because that was one of her stitch-alongs. She doesn't always put up Flosstube videos. So I'm not counting her stitch with me. I'm counting the ones that say Flosstube that she shows us what she's been stitching on. So I might have 10 Flosstube Frenzy on here. 5 of them are ones that put up every week, and then the other 5 is maybe once every other week, or like I said, just once in a while. We'll see. Especially once NFL starts, and then I have NFL and Banana Ball. But again, I don't plan on doing a HAED stitch along next year. They're going to have a chart that I really, 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 really want to do. The same with the cross stitch studio. Theirs are mystery, but I've looked at all their past stitch alongs and I really like them. And with them, you don't have to have a finish date. The HAED you don't neither unless you want the extra charts. So Dumbledore's library, I will be stitching on every year until it's finished. And I could have added that also onto Julie's instead of doing the Stitchy Witch, but no, I'm not doing it that way. So I have my notebook ready for starting tomorrow. And I'll keep track of everything I stitched on and percentage wise to let you guys know what's going on. How, um, yeah. So I'll see you guys Tuesday morning. And I have to remember to look up who has birthdays again because I was forgetting to do that. So I need to do that. Otherwise, everything else is good in the house. I'm hoping not to lose this room. My neighbors have a huge ass tree that's leaning into the trees that are bordered here. And if we have a good wind gust, we're afraid it's going to hit and take out this room. And Scott's gone over and talked to them, and they said they'll take care of it. Well, we'll see, because otherwise they're going to end up paying to have this room redone. I'm not losing this room. This is a big ass family room, and I use it for stitching. And when we have when family comes over, we use this room. My living room in the trailer is very tiny. There's 2 chairs. Nope. So hopefully the neighbors will hurry up and get that tree taken care of. Still have all my cats. Some of you have never met Zoomer. You've heard me talk about him. Zoomer. Zoomer. He's ignoring me. He's twitching his ears, but he's got his back to me. I don't know what his issue is. He has an attitude. Zoomer. Oh, he's getting sick. I don't know why. He threw up phlegm yesterday and he's throwing up phlegm again today. So now I gotta go clean that up. Zoomer's the one I thought you would see in my videos because he's always on me. So, and I think my morning videos are also going to be in here because it's easier. I got rid of both the other laptops and I purchased this one. The one laptop I was using in my craft room for my live streams and my videos is old. And the sound went on it, and Dylan, and I even have it hooked up to speakers, and the sound was completely gone on it. So Dylan went in and worked on it to work on the drivers, and it was working, and then sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. So Dylan's like, this laptop's really old. I said, I know, but it works so good. And then the laptop I had in here was, they do, Teresa, even with this lighting, do I need to change the lighting? I didn't know if it was too much light this way. The laptop I had in here was a basic laptop just so I could go into Zooms in here. And it's so slow. When you boot it up, it takes 5 minutes till you can do something. You click on Zoom, it took like a whole minute till I could actually go into Zoom. So Dylan took those 2 laptops, blown them out, and given them to my grandsons to play on. Because they're okay, but you know, for what they will want it for. So Dylan was gonna do that. So I got me, it's a Acer. What is this? It's an Acer Nitro gaming laptop. I got it on sale on Amazon, or no, Walmart. It's a great computer. Love it. Oh, okay, Teresa. So always have something behind them. Thank you. That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. Um, so yeah, I ordered this, and if I want to play Sims again, it'll work great on this. I don't have time. I miss playing Sims. I have all the discs for Sims 2 and Sims 3, but nothing has a disk drive anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Sims 4 I have as digital. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't want to purchase them all over again as digital. because they were in Justin's name, and I can't use Justin's account. So, yeah, I would like to play Sims again. Well, when do I have time for that? Oh, I was telling you guys about Wednesdays. So, in Wednesday's Zooms, I would like to color, diamond paint, and work on the beaded owl. When I do the coloring and the beaded owl, this laptop has to go with me in the other room because coloring will work so much better on the in there, and the beaded I need to do in there without the cats. Um, Diamond painting I do in here. I have a drafting table that my paintings are on. I'm wondering about that too, Teresa. I might have to ask Dylan about that. An external disk drive. But I'm not worried about it at this moment. When do I have time to play? I used to play from like 8 at night to 3 in the morning. I would be on my laptop playing Sims. The kids were in high school when I first got into the Sims. Justin got into Sims. My sister bought him the first complete collection of Sims 1, and I would play it. And him and I would play together. Well, I had my own town and he'd have his own. And then Sims 2 came out and we bought all the expansion packs. And then Sims 3 came out and we bought all the expansion packs. So I would be up till 3 in the morning. And then I wasn't stitching as much. I would stitch during the day, but not like I do now. So, yeah, I would like to do that, but then I'm afraid that I don't know if my stitching would get put aside. I'm into my stitching like I used to be years ago before I found coloring and diamond painting, and then they took over because of my eyesight, but my eyesight's good again. I know I've talked about that before too. So, oh, okay, Deanne, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure that'll hook up to this. I'll add that to my cart. So yeah, I'll probably do that then. Um, I don't think I have anything else going on. Just lots of stitching and listening to books. I finished the show Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. It's such a good book. It's a like a Hallmark um Southern series. There's 4 seasons. The 5th season comes out this June. So I finished the last episode of season 4 today. I'm gonna start The Burbs on Peacock because everybody told me that's really good. So I'm gonna go check that out. Today I'm gonna go in when I'm done here. I'm gonna go watch a bunch of Hallmark movies because I have the Hallmark Plus app. So Sundays will be Hallmark. I have Passion Flicks. I might check a movie out on that. Um, I I'm done binging the morning show with Jennifer Aniston. Justin and I watched that. So until the new season, we're caught up. Yesterday he was here and we binged this season of um Palm Royale on Apple Plus TV. Um, so when he's here next time, we'll finish that. I think we got maybe a couple more episodes to watch of this season, and then that's done. And then, like I said, I'm going to watch The Burbs, and I forgot how many episodes there are. And then I will spin the wheel to see what I'm going to watch next after that. So I've been watching some TV. I did watch all the Olympics. I'm watching General Hospital. I'm still watching Grey's Anatomy. Doc. Tonight, Tracker comes back. I got the hiccups. Probably because it's dinner time. Tracker comes back tonight, and there's a new show. Crap. That starts, I don't have it written down. It starts Tuesday, and it has um it has one of the firemen from Station 19 on it, and it has one of the doctors from Grey's Anatomy. He's still going to be on Grey's Anatomy, but he's not on it all the time. It's Grey Meredith's boyfriend. Meredith Grey. Meredith Grey's boyfriend. It's him, and he's playing a character on this new show. It's on Tuesdays, maybe ABC. I think ABC. Something like DJ something, DT something. I can't remember the name of it. It looks really good. So I'm going to start watching that, and that's on Tuesday. So I'll watch it the next day on Hulu. So that's what I've been watching. My wheel has so many slices on it for TV shows, it's not even funny. Because I still want to watch Elsbeth. That's on Paramount Plus, because that's where I watch Tracker. So, so I still want to watch Elsbeth because she's hilarious. I loved her in The Good Wife and The Good Fight. And so she's on that. Uh, yeah, TV. I'm not into documentaries, or anything like that. Um, yeah, just gonna catch up on things. So I will see you guys Tuesday morning, and you all have a great rest of the weekend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. And if you can give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Bye.